Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day. This video is going to be kind of brief. I just wanted to make a disclaimer, and for some reason, I just forgot to make this clear, like when I first started my channel. But I am a Black American. Because of my features, I have been, I wouldn't say pulled out of Blackness, because in my personal opinion, where I'm from, like, people don't really care. Like, if you have certain features, they will one drop you. So I'm definitely not white passing or anything, but I feel like in certain like pro-Black groups and stuff, I was definitely ostracized. And if I am with another group of people, they will wonder if I'm like still their race and stuff. So I wouldn't say I'm 100% racially ambiguous, but because of my features, I can pass for different things or look like I'm mixed with different things. So that's where the exoticalness comes in. But I still identify as Black, and I am American. And so this is where my perspective is going to come from. So if you are a foreigner or you're an exotical that happens to be mixed and not like 100% Black, which I don't even know if I really am that, to be honest. That's just what I've been told. I never really looked into it, but that's just how I identify. But I can't help that my perspective is going to be from that. I can try to be unbiased as possible. And if it's one of those things where my perspective does not matter, like with the Tyler situation, I wasn't informed about the colorism and the colored people in South Africa. That wasn't something I was informed about. So when I did that video, I really took a step back and just listened to what other South Africans had to say, whether they agreed with Tyler, her identity and how she wanted to identify or not. I only mentioned voices from South Africans for that. But my latest video, I got like kind of some weird comments from exoticals, which is not usually something that I get. But yeah, so I got like some weird comments, and one of them said that, Black Americans do have a flag. And I'm just sitting here cracking up because I'm like, yeah, only someone who listened to everything I said, decided not to lead with compassion, and wanted to nitpick one thing I got wrong by saying, well, no, you do have a flag. That's like the energy that I got. But yeah, no, Black Americans, I Googled the flag that she was talking about, and that shit was made like in the 90s. Meaning our grandparents, our parents didn't have anything to do with that. So that's not like a thing. So anyways, I know that doesn't make a lot of sense if you guys didn't see my last video, but I just wanted to put this out for context because I am an American. So this is where my perspective is going to come from if I'm speaking about American topics. Also, another comment from, again, another exotical said something. Mind you, this was deleted, so I'm paraphrasing here. But the person said something like, oh, well, Americans always talk crap and you guys dish it out but can't take it. And I'm like, what? Like, I basically said that, hey, I don't talk crap about anybody, blah, 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 blah. And then she goes on to say, well, she gave me an example of what she was saying, and she said that Americans talk crap about Caribbeans. And I'm like, okay. Basically, the first time she commented and said, yada, 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 you guys dish it out but can't take it, I'm like, oh, I struck a nerve. And then she goes to say, no, it's not about you personally. Here's an example. Caribbeans talk about, Americans talk shit about Caribbeans. So I'm like, okay, and you guys don't talk shit back? Like, everyone talks shit about everybody. Like, you know what I mean? But I basically was saying, what does this have to do with Caribbeans? This video was about Black British people and Black Americans. And I never mentioned Black Caribbeans at all. And again, I know she used that as an example, but I feel like there's some areas in the diaspora where certain people don't want to hear out other people. And the whole point of my video was that sometimes people get a kick out of like telling Americans to shut up. And I noticed in this exotical space, some people on both ends, really, not just exoticals, but, like the pro-Black people, the pro-dark-skinned girl people, they don't want monoracial Black women identifying as exoticals. And some exoticals don't want that either. And a lot of exoticals I've noticed popping up, they're like non-Americans. So I feel like all that piled together, plus with the video I made, I definitely struck some nerves. But again, I am an American. I'm going to have an American perspective in the same way you love your country and you want to defend it, and just be proud of where you're from and educate people on your history. I would like to do the same. And that's basically how I ended the conversation. I said, look, I've done videos on Indians, South Africans, Afro-Latinas, and in each video, when I didn't have the context, I let those people speak for themselves. And you can go read the comments where South Africans and Indians are saying thank you for including, Desi people and South African people when you're having these conversations as an American. So I feel like the same way I give people space and peace to speak their piece, I deserve that as well. And if you don't like that perspective, you just don't have to watch the video. But I just wanted to make that clear because it wasn't in my bio. And I think I did say in my first couple of videos that I am Black American, which I'm pretty sure you can tell from the accent, right? But just to make that clear, this is where my perspective is coming from. So thank you again. This was just a disclaimer. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Also, I almost forgot I'm editing this right now, but I think I mentioned this in another video. And if anyone can tag it for me, I would appreciate this so much. But there was a video I watched. I'm pretty sure it's from an Exotical. And she was basically dropping this huge bombshell that I think like Exoticals United had picked it up before, but like this girl did like a whole video about it, and it was just insane. But she basically kind of exposed that like you guys know like Wizard of Oz, where they're trying to meet the wizard and they think it's this big da 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 da, but it turns out it's just some guy in the back fucking shit up. It was kind of like that type of vibe where she basically looked at the people, most of the people who were leading these colorism conversations, and that they're like Caribbean people. And when she called that out, I was like, oh shit. Like, I wonder if, because there's a lot of Caribbean people in the exotical sphere. And I wondered if they would take that personally, like way too personally, to where we couldn't have a conversation about it. Because it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is something interesting to point out. Like, hey, what's up with that? Because again, I feel like in the Caribbean and in Africa, of course they have colorism, but there's so much bleaching creams and stuff over there. Like, I don't think they take it so serious the way we do. A lot of other countries say Americans make everything about race. I don't think they take it so serious the way we do. But I definitely remember her bringing that up, that the Caribbeans are like kind of running this conversation. And it would be okay if they spoke about like their own stuff, like apartheid and South Africa and stuff like that. But like they're speaking on American topics. And then when Americans want to speak about their own stuff, they get like upset. So I don't want to like alienize anyone. And if you're a Caribbean and you don't feel this way, even if you do feel this way, I still respect your opinion. But that's definitely something I picked up on. And I just found that very interesting as well.